what we want to do is I'm going to let you take a look at your self-image as we go through this exercise. And I want you to be able to, um, oh, our last thing that we're filling on our worksheet. Sorry that I'm jumping all over. But the last thing on our worksheet is we're only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. So, what would happen if you just let yourself experience what you want to experience? What would happen if you did that? So, here's how today is going to work. We're going to go through all of these areas as you look back, and we're going to fill out in your self image what supported you in 2024, what inspired you, what did you love, what great things happened towards your self image. And what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to pick three things as you looked at that year. What are three things that you really loved that you did for your self-image? And then what were three things that maybe weren't so great? Maybe three things where, you know, I really people pleased someone here and it didn't feel good. Or it might be something where um it might be something where you realized you were frustrated. You might want to put things about your self-image that you recognize. I had deep feelings about this when it came to myself, when it came to my own identity. You might have put yourself on the back burner. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to give you some time to write out three things that you really loved about last year that you did just for you. And then three things where you saw you put yourself really on the back burner. Okay. So I'm just going to play a little bit of music and I'm going to give us about 3 minutes to fill that out. Does that make sense? So take a deep breath, look over your sheet, and we're going to go ahead and play that for you. if you could, if you feel comfortable with it, what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to put three things, if you feel comfortable with it, three things that you really loved that you experienced last year. You can put maybe a feeling about it if you wanted to, like um, one of the things that I learned is that I can lead myself. Do you know what I mean? And I learned about funnels. It was just a marketing thing that I did. I'm really proud of my self-image that I stepped into that. Do you have something like that that you could put? Oh, I love that one. I stopped making myself wrong. I love that. Yeah. For me, I know it's kind of silly, but I felt like I learned to do fun. I kept going. That was one of the things that I really like about my self-image. My self-image wants to keep going. And that's one thing I can recognize about myself. Um, yeah, I walked away. Yeah. Learned to make my own decisions. That's so good. Yeah, that's really, really good. And, I'm going to assume that sometimes the good things that you got out of it came sometimes from a hard thing, right? I learned some of these good things about myself. Um, what are you can pick one of the three things, but what's something that didn't feel good about your self-image that you recognized? It might be something like, I realized I'm a people pleaser, whatever it is. So what's interesting, one thing that I noticed is celebrating wins. That might be something that, being able to celebrate wins. What's something that I did really well and to be able to celebrate that. And I I got grouchy when I received help. That is really good to notice that. That's one thing about our self-image. We want to be in receivership, but we get really frustrated that we don't know better. And so we can get really frustrated. Um, yeah, 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 you moved out of perfecting things to the point of fear. Yeah, that's so good. It's, um, I think one of the really great things is when yeah, I like this one, justify when something feels bad and make it okay. Yeah, these are really great things to notice. How many of you, when somebody does something wrong, you don't want them to feel bad, and so you're like, no, 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 it's okay, it's all right, it's all right. You know, I do that a lot. It's like when there's a misunderstanding, I always make myself the wrong one. There was one thing that I learned about Bob. He didn't apologize a lot. That was one thing that I learned from him. He was like, I'm not apologizing for what is happening here. Um, this is what it is. I'm either going to learn from the experience or I'm not going to learn from it and I'll keep repeating it. But you want to be able to understand, you know what, I did this. I know that I did this, and you own it. Instead, we just want to make it sorry and sweep it under the rug. And when you're able to face and you're able to say to yourself, I realized I created this, and I want to let you know I'm not creating this any longer, but thank you for the gift. And when you really can see this in your own self-image, man, it's a powerful thing. Okay, let's go on to your health. Um, where in your health and well-being, what are things that inspired you about your health, things that you did toward your health this last year? And then what are some things that you did that weren't really that great for your health, that you didn't stand for you? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to turn this back on and we'll do it for 3 minutes. Let me know if 3 minutes is enough. Okay. What were some good things that you did for your health last year? What did you do for your health that was really good last year? One of the things that I started doing, and if you could put it in the chat, that would be great. One of the things that I started doing is I stopped looking at all the things about being unhealthy. I started seeing how I was being healthy. Does that make sense? I started saying, I live in wellness. That was a really big one for me. Um, Another one, let's see, what are these ones? Uh, oh, nice. You did a detox and lost 25. That is fantastic. That you stood for your health and you found out different ways, which is great. I love that. Um, Drop 30 pounds. But nice. I love that. Good for you. These are fantastic. Did anybody start like moving, like doing movement? I started doing movement. I started doing movement and I was really happy about it. I got a gym last year in my home, which was really, really great. And I loved that. And I loved the flexibility that I got from that. It felt so good. Yeah. Took a chakra dance facilitator course. That's fantastic. That is so good. I bet that was fun. Oh, I bet that was fun. Started eating healthier. That's fantastic. I joined a gym and a community who supports my health goals. That is amazing when you get into a community of people that want to help you with that. It's so good. Yeah, I love that. Um, you tried red light for the first time. That's fantastic. Yeah, Matt has a red light and he uses it quite a bit. It's so good. Yeah, that's so good. Another one that I put is I learned to relax more. That's one thing that I learned is just to relax. I learned to allow myself. Oh, somebody did crocheting. Fantastic. And range of flowers. Oh, that's so good. You can do your mental health or you can do your physical health. That's really, really good. Reach my goal with my health. Nice. I love that. Persistent therapy. Like that's so good. Drinking water, pickleball. Oh, that's so good. Maria, you started doing pickleball? That's fantastic. I love that. I can see you do that. That's pretty good. That's good. Yeah. Um, I don't know what that is. A Jaja? A Jaja? Anyway, named after the founder's dog, Pickles. Oh, good. That's so good. Okay, what's some things about your health that you noticed that you didn't quite appreciate? Did you notice anything like that? I noticed, um, and I let go of it, which I could put it on as a positive, but I really noticed how anxious I was. That's one thing that I want to let go of is anxiousness. I had moments where I saw myself really anxious as I was looking at pictures. I saw anxiousness. Um, Another one that I saw is I noticed how sometimes I felt very alone, even though I wasn't alone. Um, yeah, skip some days of medication. Yeah. I have frustration with coworkers, hard to let go of. Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Um, yeah, the anxiety part or the shame, you know, sometimes when it comes to your health, you can let go of yeah, frustration, one thing that I think is so good is finding other ways to solve things, So you've got to be aware of what you're doing to solve it towards your health. Like what do I do towards my health? I tend to like brownies and ice cream. It's not brownies and ice cream are not wrong. They're not wrong. They're a great contribution to life, but how I use them and misuse them is really good. I was talking with Candy was sharing at the beginning of our call, or we were talking about it. She got to the place, her big goal, one of her big goals is she wants to jump out of a plane. And she's worked on her health so much. She wants to work, sorry, parachute or parachuting, not just jump out of a plane for no reason. She wants to do parachute. Yeah. And she finally got to the place where her weight's at a certain point and she feels really, really healthy. And, she's really excited about it. And so I know she's going to do it. I can't wait to see her pictures. Um, but I can tell you she had probably a lot of worry or concern about things. And so she learned to let those go, some of the worry that she had about it. And so that's what's really good when you understand. Good. I know it's kind of hard to do the negative things, but you got to notice the negative. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to live in the negative. You want to live in the positive, but you must be aware of what you do. What do you do towards your health? And I saw myself, yeah, I noticed I had some anxiousness. I wanted to let go. I was bothered by that. I also let go of some relationships. I did. I let go of some. Um, I let go of, some of you may have let go of Facebook or some of social media things. It was getting a lot. You want to see of some of the negative things that you want to let go of or are choosing to let go of. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go on to relationships and family. I loved Heidi's thing. That's why I wanted to talk to her, have her come up, because the idea of love don't fix was just a great inspiring thing for me when I think about relationships. Having three girls and being a mother, trust me, you want to fix a lot. And so I want to look at some really great things with my family and some things that I learned last year. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to do that. So I'll go back here and share this and I'll give you some time to look at that. Okay, how did it go when it came to relationships? Sometimes this can be a little bit daunting because, you've got to take a look and you may have something that's very personal and you don't want to share, which is okay. You don't need to share it, but you want to take a look at what did you love best about your relationships? And, I put with one of my daughters, I feel like I learned to communicate much better with her, which was really, um, we spent time together. We played games this year. We found ways to cook together, to do things together, without either one of us trying to control it. We were just there to sort of support one another. That was a really good feeling this year to be able to do that. What are some that you have? What are some that you did this year in relationships that you're really proud of? You may have put yourself out for dating this year, or you may have allowed yourself to experience doing some things that you're not used to doing at all. Um, what are some ideas that you did? I like Elvina. Elvina, I love that you say I'm gonna unclutter myself. That's a great awareness. Like that is a really great awareness. Yeah. What would happen if it was a year of Elvina and getting herself, you know, clear and easy and yeah, so good. Um, I love this, Cassie. I learned to talk to complete strangers. I really love that because I will tell you, I remember her saying, I don't really go out and do things with people. And now she's going to events and she's giving herself the opportunity she traveled to Florida for goodness sake. How amazing was that? She went on a date with her husband and she said, nope, we're going on doing this and we're going to, I mean, she stepped out this year in such a beautiful way because it's really what she would love to do. And she's learning to express it. Um, yeah, that's so good, Heidi. I learned to have conversations in the progress and standing for yourself, which is really good. Nope, this is what I need. This is what's required of me to become better at what I'm doing. Is that's so good to learn to stand for yourself. Um, no friends or family moving away, offset year. Yep. It's good because it gives you an opportunity to grow for sure. It's been very challenging. Yeah. Um, to be able to see sometimes, but to find the good that you had to learn to find the good for yourself. That is powerful in your relationships. Yeah. Well, just in the relationship with yourself, for sure. How do I rely on myself to become self-reliant? That's really good. Um, I allowed my family to support me. So that is something really big whenever we have a family event. It's always at my house and Matt and I cook and we do all the decorating, we do all the stuff and and people just show up and then everybody leaves and we have this big mess. And I finally said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't enjoy it. I have other interests now. And so my family has really kicked in. I love spending time with my family. And my family said, no, we would love to cook. We would love to be the ones to cook and help clean up like we would. We just thought I mean, we didn't know that's what you wanted. This year for Christmas, I told them I don't want to do any gifts this year. My family was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do it. And I, I'm at this point where I'm feeling a little wobbly with it. I'm like, I should be doing it. I should be going out. And it's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We drew names and that's it. We drew a name and that's it. And I flew my daughter home and we're going to spend time as a family. But I will tell you all those things, all those habits of going and, I was like, should we still do stocking stuffers? And it's like, no, we're not doing it at all. We're not doing it. And but I wanted, do you know what I mean? And so my family's saying, nope, we don't want to do it either. And it's like, okay, the pressure. So being honest with your family, yeah, that's really, really good. Okay, anyone else have anything? Or what's something that with relationship with your family that you realize you want to let go of? I mean, I had a couple of not good situations with my daughters because I wouldn't listen to them. I didn't listen. I overtalked them. I demanded my way. I saw that play out this year. And yeah, it wasn't always pretty. So I want to let that go. You know, they loved me enough. We came back together and, you know, worked it out with one another. But I learned a great lesson from them. Yeah. Yeah. I pretended one way and I felt a different way. Yep. When you keep pretending. Yep. Yep. Trying to control other people. Yep. You got to learn. Yep. That's one thing. All these things are really good, right? When you recognize them for yourself and you're like, I want to practice something new this next year. Um, Good. Listen better, allowing kids to get things on their own where normally just butt in. Yep. You just have hands off and let them grow. Oh yeah, this is a biggie. It is a biggie, right? To be able to allow people to do that. Yeah. Allow them to fail and not judge them when they fail, to say, oh, okay, yeah, you got some feedback there. Tell me about it. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. We want to fix things, right? We're fixers. Oh my word. Yep. Yep, I get it. I totally get it. Okay, let's go on to our last one, which is our wealth and our riches, how we have a wealthy life. What are some things you did as a wealth practice this year that you really loved? And then what are some things you learned? Ah, that might not be so good. Okay, I'm going to give us some time to do that as well. We're almost done. Great job for hanging in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're rounding the corner. This is good. What was it that you did well with your wealth this year? What did you do well? Like one of the things that I did is I got a new accountant. I got a new accountant and got some of my taxes figured out. I had an accountant, didn't do really a great job for us, and I didn't realize it until something showed up, and that was a shock to my system. And I'm really proud that we faced it. I'm really proud of us. We got really correct. We really got real with ourselves about it. Um, I had to renew my car. I had to get a new lease, and I didn't want to do it. And I'm glad that I walked through the process of it. I just didn't want to do it. And I found a good way to go through that. We fixed some things around our house. I know that sounds, but we invested in our home this year. I felt really good about that, that we did some really good things towards our home. And I feel like that it created a value in our home. Um, What are some things that I noticed? What are some things that maybe you noticed this year? This year, a feeling that didn't feel that great to me is I got to spend time with my brother and sister, and they uh, they have worked to a place where they have paid everything off, where they have absolutely their houses are paid off, everything's paid off. And I didn't have that. I liked that feeling, but I noticed the feeling inside of me. I didn't like that I wasn't there. I've created a lot of income and I've done some really great things, but I wanted to be able to pay everything off. And so I got left behind. I still don't understand that quite yet. And so I was sort of beating myself up and I thought, wow, no, I want to let that go. What can I do? And so I have a goal. What would happen if I paid everything off by next year? That was a big feeling, but I noticed that feeling came up that I didn't really like, that I didn't have a handle on that. Um, yeah, reframed it your experience of cash. That's so good. Got two car payments and didn't freak out about the money stressor. That's so good. I love that. I spent some money on myself. That is fantastic. I love that. Um, it's good. I'm still not 100% sure if this is a good thing. Of course it is. Of course it's a good thing to help yourself get where you want to go. Um, I look forward to a new business and certainly, yeah, that's so good, Maria. She's investing in herself. When you put your money wherever your attention goes, your money will flow, and you want to start building a vision of what it is that you would love to accomplish, be it building a business, be it starting a new career, whatever it is. So here's what I want you to do before tomorrow. This is what I want you to do before tomorrow. We're going to go over just a couple of things really quickly. I wanted just to fill these couple things out. Forgiveness is one of the most in the most Forgiveness is one of the most liberating things you can ever do, to be able to forgive yourself. You had the experience, it may not have been what you wanted, but you want to know that everything you got to learn from it. Take that thing and be able to forgive yourself, to say, I'm going to learn something from this idea. So forgiveness is really a liberating thing you can do from the habit of not holding on to anything that causes you to feel bad. Turn it into something of a teachable moment for you. I'm so glad this happened. I don't want it to happen again. What can I do to what's the opposite way that I would like to feel about this? And then what can I do towards that idea? Don't stay in the I messed this up and what can I do to fix it? You want to say, what would it feel like if it went differently? Now, what can I do towards that? Um, expressing expressing gratitude instantly shifts your vibration, so the good in everything moves toward you. So this is when you're caught in the negative feeling of it, you've got to turn it around in gratitude to say, I'm grateful for this. And everything that happened last year is a really good teacher. but you got to notice how you're feeling about it and say, what else could I do towards this idea? What did I do well? What did I learn? And what am I going to implement now? And the only thing that separates you from the good you desire is awareness, having an effective awareness. So, what I'd love for you to do is you might want to spend a little bit more time on your lists and go through them. We sort of went through them a little bit fast. You might want to spend a little bit more time with them. You want to burn the right side, right? You want to keep the left side. These are all the good things that you took. And you want to burn the right side. These are all the things you want to let go of, but you want to thank it. You want to thank for what you have learned from the experience, and you want to release it and let it go. We only have a capacity for so much, right? And we always want to grow. We are always wanting to grow, 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 but we don't know to release this. And as soon as you let go of this, then you're able to grow more. But it's in the releasing that is so important. So if you can, I would love for you to take the paper and burn it. And if you could record yourself doing it or send a picture and put it in the Facebook group, that'll be really good. And then Matt will make a montage of it for us. And then the homework that you can do is out of each one of those things that out of each one of those areas that you really, really loved, I want you to write, let me go over here. Here is I want, now that you have released and you've cleared with your intention, write 3 decisions that you will commit with the persistency for 2025. So for your self-image, it might be something that um, I'm so happy and grateful now that I understand supporting myself as I go through next year. Like I want to put myself first. I want to be able, you sort of have to put your mask on first for yourself before you can put it on other people. So it may be in your self-identity. I want to practice for myself how I feel about myself, build a new identity for yourself. In your relationships, you may say, I want to spend more time with my family. I want to allow my family to have their experiences and I want to be supportive of them. You might do something for your health, 3 things for your health, like I want to commit to, um, a routine of relaxation or a routine of allowing myself to just stop. But I want you to put 3 things that you want to practice for this next year and maybe for your wealth. What can I do towards this idea that I want to do? Like for me, I want to pay off my house, pay off my houses. And so you might have this idea, what can I do to give better service to other people? All kinds of things. But you got to fill this out for yourself. What are 3 things I want to work on in my self-image, my relationships, my health, and my wealth? And then I want you to come back tomorrow with that list, if that makes sense. And we're going to do some more work on it tomorrow. This process of bless and release is so beautiful, but you must become aware of yourself. You must become aware of your life and what you would love to create. If it's something where you have a goal to financially improve yourself, uh, I love the concept of turning your annual income into a monthly income. That might sound crazy to you, but what a great thought. What would that freedom do for you? Remember, it starts out with freedom and knowing you're going to expand and knowing that you want to have a lot of joy when you do it. I'm so sorry. I have my fingers moving and everything shows up. So, Matt, is there anything else you want us to know for tomorrow?
So first of all, thank you so much, Angie. That was just absolutely fantastic as usual. I want to encourage you all to come back tomorrow. I know this is a big commitment for 3 days, but there is something very important when you look at Angie and the way that she does what she does. We call her a high touch coach, which means she loves to talk with you one on one and just help you in whatever way that she can. So we're going to offer you tomorrow the opportunity to actually book a call with her. And all of this is free to you, and there's no selling involved here. She didn't sell anything to you here. And so Because the reason is because she doesn't care really about giving you all this information. She only cares about your transformation and
Mhm.
has discovered that if you can find that energetic match with her, then she's able to help you find a way to get the things that you want to get so that you can live in that joy. So come back tomorrow. We're going to offer that to you. It's going to be beautiful. But yeah, post your videos or your pictures on the Facebook group and we'll have fun with that tomorrow. I'm going to be busy tonight, hopefully.
Okay, take care and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.